both scientific research and popular entertainment. It is relevant that Charles Whitstone, David Brewster, and Oliver Wendell Holmes, each responsible for the discovery of a specific type of stereoscope, were physicists. You see here images of each. Izabel, talk a little louder. Furthermore, prior to their discoveries, they had written extensively on optical illusion, color theory, after images, and other visual phenomena, all central issues that concerned scientists at that time. Thus, rightfully so, in his book, Techniques of the Observer, art critic Jonathan Crary points out that the history of the stereoscope is often inappropriately entangled with the history of photography. But the stereoscope's conceptual structure and historical events that ignited its invention are unrelated to photography. Although the binocular disparity had been a known phenomenon since antiquity, it was only in the early to mid-19th century that scientists were concerned with defining a physiological explanation of stereoscopy. Besides its scientific component, the other facet of the stereoscope that interests me was its entertainment value. The publication of periodicals such as the Penny magazine, a cover of which you see here, popular prints and illustrated books on subjects such as travel, geography, and archaeology prepared the American audience for the introduction of the stereograph. One such book, aptly titled The Universal Traveler, shown here is an image of two Icelanders, was published in Hartford, Connecticut in 1836. The title page reveals the author's intention to introduce readers at home to the arts, customs, and manners of the principal modern nation of the globe. Other travel books from the 1830s provided illustrations representing various categories. For example, under the category America, there are groupings such as lawn party, 4th of July, Thanksgiving dinner, and barbecue. Such stereotypical representations were followed with the stereotypes as well. Certainly, what made the stereograph one of the most popular forms of visual representation was its unique picture experience. Here you see an image of children enjoying the actual experience. In Wendell Holmes' estimation, the stereograph was the card of introduction to make all mankind acquaintances. Thus, from its inception, the stereograph's significance resides not only in the subject matter represented, but most importantly, in the mode of viewing. The invention of the stereograph revolutionized our perception of space, bringing into question the very nature of our visual awareness. By bringing together vintage and contemporary works, this exhibition, Stereovision, attempts to create immersive environments that probe and disturb our normative visual, auditory, and kinetic perspective experiences. The exhibition features over 82 vintage stereographs chosen from the drop-in collection and 13 contemporary works in various media, including photographs, sculptures, holograms, mixed media, and video installations. The contemporary artists featured explored aesthetic ramifications and technological possibilities, further extending the three-dimensionality initiated by the stereograph. Most importantly, the contemporary artwork selected may be seen less as literal extensions of the vintage stereograph and more as visual and conceptual investigation into the nature of spatial perception. Works by contemporary artists such as Barbara Probst, Janet Cardiff, and Leandro Erlich provoke the viewer in a continuous self-awareness of the physiological nature of perception. For example, as you see in the image here and behind you, you'll get the greatest view from the beginning of the gallery. The artist provokes using optical illusion coupled with pictorial perspective is representing the visually deceiving structure of the corridor by this artist. Using trompe oil, the artist challenges the material existence of an everyday corridor with doors and creates an illusory three-dimensional space where the viewer is confronted with the psychological reality of one's own presence. While work that invite further discursive comparisons between the vintage and contemporary works. As previously pointed out, the stereocard subject matter was anchored within the cultural and social-political realities of the time. Current events of the period were documented, including natural disasters, parades, and political events. Here in the image, you see on the top a stereocard showing rooftop solar cameras recording a procession in 1871. The bottom stereocard shows the scene of the overflow of the Milk River in 1874. The devastation of war was also represented as in this image from World War II. Examples of these and each thematic is shown in the exhibition in the lobby. And don't forget to use your plastic viewers to get the best experience. Additionally, the new age of industrialization and colonial expansion was captured by depicting cityscapes, industries, and modes of transportation, including the railroad, ships, and the whaling industry, as an image shown here, are representative of an era of industrial growth and colonial expansion. This was an era also of European empire with colonies on every continent, including the domination of Central and South America and the newly divided Africa. Shown here on top is a stereograph depicting Swahili women in a beauty parlor in the island of Zanzibar in Africa, and the bottom stereocard shows an indoor scene of French aristocracy. The stereoscope's effects and tangibility and vividness quickly turned the represented objects and subjects into ocular possessions. Singular scenes became representative of entire cultures and even continents. The selection of stereographs for this exhibition is arranged in loose groups that attempt to deconstruct stereotypical categorization in culturally defined groups. The subjects include various types of portraiture, regardless of their ethnicity and nationality, journalistic subjects, and cityscapes. The exhibition features diverse examples of contemporary portraiture. For example, Rochelle Costa's Diversions Amaro, as shown here, is simultaneously a psychological and poetic commentary on the multi-layered nature of human vision and perception. The work, employing images from real medical archives, consists of before and after shots documenting a young boy's corrected eye dysfunction. Displayed front and back in a life-size light box and set against a mirrored wall, Diversions Amaro creates a reflective third dimension able to contain at once the viewer and the two photographs. There are contemporary representations of the theme of the city, untitled White Messenger by Zilvinas Kempinas, as shown here, is a 4-channel video and 8-channel audio immersive installation documenting the artist's rush hour bike ride through Manhattan. Probing our normative, kinetic, and visual perceptive abilities, the artist addresses issues related to the chaos of contemporary urban life, where start and finish are irrelevant as long as they are in constant motion. My last slide is Parallel Cityscapes by artist duo Yanis Karac and James Tuning, which visualize a futuristic approach to the theme of the city. I will let James speak more about his work later on through a video conference, and we'll see him right here. The mind and body relation is an essential element that links the various works in the exhibition, and the viewer is confronted throughout with a strange psychological experience of one's own presence. By joining vintage stereographs with contemporary works in various media, Stereovision attempts to challenge the conceptual delineation between art and science, between the past, present, and future. Thank you.